Great. I'm just noticing a post off, whatever. We're going to talk about rents falling and their consequences in the real estate market. There are a lot of real estate gurus out there that really, I don't think, have a clue. And there's something really interesting. I'm driving pretty far through the desert to a flip property that I did back in 2002, 2003. And I'm going to actually stand in front of this flip. I've got historical photos. I'm going to have my editor put it all together for you in a couple weeks. But I'm going to tell you some very valuable lessons that I learned as far as how the peak of real estate prices and the velocity affect the real estate market. I've learned from not only that peak in 2006 to 2008, but this peak as well. And we're going to talk about rents dropping. And this story is about Sacramento, California, but you have to realize the exact same phenomenon happens anywhere in the nation, and it's happening all over. Rents are dropping all around the nation. We've been covering stories about that, but I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. Okay, so let's go through the story first. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts. Also, real quick, this is the last month. I was not joking. A subscriber came up to me, saw me in public and said, "Are you really not going to have any more of those how to prepare for real estate, the real estate crash signups available?" And I'm absolutely not going to. So January 1st is the last day. I put a link down below. I bundled together 3 courses for the price of one. Okay, if you guys want it, cool. If not, all right. Reduced rent. Sacramento apartments offer rent incentives in a softer quote-unquote market. We've got a property where we're offering $500 off the first full month, a Sacramento property manager said. Okay, it says apartment property managers in Sacramento are offering incentives for new renters as more units become available on the market. According to a recent study by Zillow, low interest rates over the last few years led to a construction boom that created more units that are available now. But with more apartments on the market, property management companies across the country, including several California cities, are offering more deals to lure renters. The Zillow study shows that 51% of apartments in San Jose are offering incentives. 50%. Now, San Jose is an absolutely insane place to live. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to live there. And I got buddies in the fire department there. It's nutty, right? It's the Bay Area. It's way overpriced. But you have to understand that these apartment complexes were built all over the country. You've got fund managers, these commercial mortgage-backed fund managers that are freaking out. Not only are they having to deal with these insane interest rates and having to refinance their mortgages. That's what's crazy. Every 5 years, these mortgages are up for renewal, and they have to deal with that. But on top of that, they have to deal with lowering rent prices. All right, offering incentives. We've seen the largest home builders in the country offering all these incentives to get people in, and they're having such a hard time. Now, new home prices around the country have fallen a little over 17%, almost 18% actually, since the peak in July of 2022. So now we're talking rents, okay? Let me get this finished, and then I'm going to talk about what happens to real estate prices after that. Lawton Properties Incorporated is a management company that handles 60 to 70 properties in Sacramento. With about a third of its portfolio in Midtown and downtown areas, President Linda Rutledge said they have several deals right now because of what she called a quote-unquote softer market due to more new units. She says we've seen a real slowdown starting in November, and you've got a unit that's off the market for a month or two. You just need to start looking at either offering a move-in special or a reduction in rent. Rutledge said, we've got a property where we're offering $500 off for the first full month's rent. Rutledge also said that the rent at another of their properties in Midtown is $200 less every month. She added that there are smaller rent decreases ranging from $50 to $100 across the board. There are also rent incentives at the H16 apartments at Eleanor Apartments. Anyway, we're not going to get into these particulars. Let me explain this. This exact same deal happened because rents rose in 2005, 2006. A lot of landlords got a little too ahead of themselves raising rents, got a little overzealous. And what happened was people were diving from the rental market. Eternal renters were now wanting to become homeowners. Well, they dove a little too soon into a market that was red hot, and it took them out, right? Mere 4 years later, most of them are homeless, being foreclosed on, and having to get back into the rental market. But the rental market slid nationwide. If you go Google lowered rents or rents lowering or rents going down, and then type in 2005 behind it, you can find all these news stories on Google about this exact phenomenon, okay? So what does that have to do with today's markets, single family homes, condominiums, all that kind of stuff? It's exactly what it has to do with. We are at a point where people are starting to say, you know what? It's actually cheaper to rent than buy. So people that were would-be buyers in the last year and a half, only to be frustrated and get angry at being either outbid the last couple of years or watching the mortgage rates go up, the insurance costs and the property taxes skyrocket, turn around and go, you know what? Renting's not so bad. Look, on this amazing rental, and they gave me a move-in deal, a discount. So then what happens is the shift happens mentally in people's minds. And this is what all real estate is. That's what's so exciting to me. And that's what I love teaching to my students, is about the emotions of real estate. That's what a cycle is. You have a bell curve. In any investment there is on earth, there's always a bell curve, right? And from peak to trough, or from peak to trough, it's all based off of not necessarily fundamentals, it's based off of emotion. And once you realize that, that's when you get the best deals when you're buying. That's when you make the most money when you're selling, because you're taking advantage of an emotional cycle, all right? So we now have a lot of people that are sitting there watching news headlines, or maybe they're watching this channel and they're going, you know what? The Ninja is bringing up some good points. Rents are dropping. Why wouldn't I sit back and wait? I told you the story of, I can't say who it is, but a very, very famous YouTuber, a young was about to buy a house in Las Vegas a year and a half ago, and they listened to me. I said, do not buy it. And they know, they're not in finance, and they know all the big YouTubers in finance, and they're all saying, no, don't listen to the Ninja, like, go buy, this is the deal. It's a young lady, and she said, she goes, if I wouldn't have listened to you, I would have been upside down, because those homes in Las Vegas, they don't even report on them. Las Vegas, as to date, has the deepest price drops in the nation, and they don't want to bring that up. But the exact same thing happened in 2005. Las Vegas started leading the nation in price declines. See, it's super, super simple. So look, if you want the discount, it's $299 for the how to prepare right now for the real estate crash. I have amazing success stories already, and I'm so grateful to all of my students, but I've also lumped in for that price, and it's going to be completely gone. The course is being shut down in January, although you'll be able to keep using it, taken to the next level, and the price is going up. Actually, it's going up 10 times, almost 10 times its price right now. And I can tell you this, I can guarantee you, and I give a money back guarantee, 14-day money back guarantee, that you will at least, if you're going to buy a rental or your next home, you will save at least 10 times the cost of that course, or you will make 100 times the cost of that course when you go through all that material and apply that information, go through all the checklists, all the downloads. It is up to you. But hey, you can only lead the horse to water. You can't make them drink. That being said, I thank you so much for watching. Get ready for lower rents, and yes, you're going to continue to enjoy lower prices, even though rates are going to go up. I know it's crazy. All right, you heard it here first. Real Estate Ninja is out.